And despite the questionable ending, I mean, I wish they made a new theme song because it just reminds me of that terrible ending. Hello? Who's there? Where am I?
I hear you didn't like the last season of Game of Thrones, huh? You enjoy shitting on our life's work.
Who are you? Show yourself! D&D? The showrunners of Game of Thrones?
You think it's easy making history every day, year after year? 9 years. We slaved away adapting that series. It'd be nothing without us. We were on track to make our own Star Wars.
Not my fault you rushed the ending. HBO gave you all the money and time in the world.
It's not enough. It's never enough. Our ambition doesn't languish in the ghost of the past. We were gonna make Star Wars, damn it. Now you and every other louse with an internet connection are rallying to this House of the Dragon. A return to form of Game of Thrones. You and this show threaten our perfect legacy.
I think the point is that it isn't perfect.
Untarnished, perfect legacy. Now, Jay, son of Lane, you will find something in this coattail-riding abomination to shit on. You will hate House of the Dragon.
Well, guys, they did it. Isn't champagne, but I'll fix that in post. Whoa! Ooh. Okay. I had my doubts leading up to this new show, but if you couldn't tell already, I loved this first season. Spoilers ahead, so if you haven't finished the show or you have any interest at all in watching it, go have a quick binge and come back. But before we start, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, because it really helps the channel. Come on. Listen, it's right there. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and I would greatly appreciate. So I think in the last review we ended around the 3rd or 4th episode mark. Didn't really go where I thought it was. I honestly thought the show was going to be about the fight between Daemon and Rhaenyra, but really missed the mark on that one, huh? To summarize what the plot is actually about, it's the conflict of succession rising not between Rhaenyra and Daemon, but between the children of King Viserys' 2 marriages, simply titled the Blacks and the Greens. Another thing before we get into it, I'll be mainly talking about my thoughts and feelings on key moments throughout the season. Speaking of things people feel strongly about, the actors changing. I figured I'd be asked about this in the comments, so I might as well just address it now. I like the new ones better. I mean, we can all agree Alicent's is a 1-to-1 perfect doppelganger. But in Rhaenyra's case, I think it still fits. She's even described in the books as changing dramatically from her youth to motherhood.
So the older ones were hard first, who cares?
Now, if I did a play-by-play of the whole season, we'd be here an hour, so for the sake of my sanity and yours, I think I'm going to break it down into different groups or arcs. Episodes 1 and 2 being early life / Daemon hijinks, I like to call the Golden Age arc. Episodes 3 to 5, Rising Darkness, parentheses, The Hightower Rises. Episodes 6 to 8, shit's getting different and I'm scared. Episodes 9 to 10, holy they boy dragged it. I pretty much covered the Golden Age in my previous video, so we'll move on to it continues the medieval slice of life from the Golden Age, but with some classic Game of Thrones sprinkled in there. You know, wife murder, scheming. It continues the weird connection growing between Rhaenyra and Daemon, the drift growing with Alicent. The battle in the Stepstones. Can we talk about that battle? Oh. Watching the behind the scenes for the episode, there are so many little details in it. Like the crab feeder having grayscale and it getting progressively worse between episodes.
Did you know that?
Yeah, of course.
Sleep, and then I had to admit it to myself. I was like, I didn't know that shit either.
These episodes are filled with intense scenes, from the pleasure house, the whole wedding, oh my god. Now after this point, the show feels completely different. Think Zelda Ocarina of Time when Link gets the Master Sword. The main character ages, and everything is... Scream echoes through the halls of the Red Keep. We see Rhaenyra mature and giving birth to her third child. Any hopes we had that things had changed or gotten better in the last 10 years are dashed very quickly as Alicent summons the baby moments after being born.
Do keep trying, Selena. Sooner or later you may get one who looks like you.
I mean, it is a pretty big risk. I don't see why you would choose a father that doesn't even look like... Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I see why. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Damn it, he's dead! At first I thought he was just introduced at the wedding, but on a rewatch, this mother everywhere. The hunt, the streets at night, the wedding feast. This guy is everywhere. Oh, no, like that. Oh no, go back. I see him. We see how much Alicent has it out for Rhaenyra, summoning her newborn baby moments after it's born.
Propose we betroth him to your daughter, Helena. Let them rule together.
A most judicious proposition.
Yeah, there's no repairing that.
I have to believe that in the end, honour and decency will prevail.
Daemon settled down, living a life of peace with his family in Pentos, away from the crown and... Whoa! Oh, it's huge! Oh, shit, goddamn world serpent! Little tangent, but when I shouted that out loud and my girlfriend asked me what the hell I was talking about, I showed her the Jormungandr reveal scene in God of War, and she was interested and actually wanted to play it after that. So, thank you, Vhagar, for that precious gift. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Vhagar. I got it! No! I like how they show Daemon in the exact same situation with the same choice that his brother had to make. Up until now, we see Daemon as being pretty brutal, but he couldn't do that to someone he loved. Or Laena just left before he could make the choice. Also, why would you delete this scene? We see him actually comforting his grieving daughters instead of this. This tragedy brings everyone back to Driftmark, and Laena is respectfully laid to rest. Laena's dragon is taken, her husband moves on right quick. Oh goddamn, that is too dark. Her brother is murdered, and her husband remarries, all in the same day. I need a break. The arc is very much Rhaenyra dealing with the fallout of her brown-haired boys. Running it back to the seizing of Vhagar when Aemon's eyes slashed out. Allison goes as far as attacking them.
Gone too far.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
The Green scheming for the throne escalates as the king's health fails him. Otto proceeds over a succession hearing as Corlys Velaryon lays on his deathbed. Total victory is assured when at the last minute Viserys walks in.
Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and protector of the realm.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost.
Prince Viserys of House Velaryon is heir to Driftmark.
That is no true Velaryon. Gods be damned. I will not see it ended on the account of this. Say it.
Now, will Vaemond A. accept this outcome and return peacefully? Or B. declare this an injustice and swear vengeance on Rhaenyra? Got your answer locked in? Okay, good. Let's watch.
Her children are bastards!
Oh god! Option B isn't what I thought it meant! Can we just take a second to talk about Princess Rhaenys? She's had a rough go of it. Her crown gets taken, her daughter and son die in the same week, her husband's on her deathbed, their grandchildren are very clearly not hers. Now her brother-in-law is Metal Gear Revengeance right in front of her. Now you would think it'd be hard to sit down and reconcile after this plot was but mere moments away from being actioned. But through Viserys they do. You see them interacting and being actually happy, even if it is only surface level. Aemond, I see you have glowed up since the last kingdom. The eye patch and white hair really suit you. No.
This wicked nightmare.
No, Aemond, no.
Do it. Final tribute. Strong. I was merely expressing how proud I am of my family, Mother.
With Viserys' death, any happy memory from that dinner, or hope for peace, dies with him, as Alicent misinterprets his dying words.
My love.
The final two episodes have each side getting dedicated screen time, instead of switching back between different viewpoints. Episode 9 starting with the Greens. They immediately lock the Red Keep down to control the news of the king's death, with dissidents being imprisoned or killed.
I will have no part.
Oh, Kristen, you crumpled that old man. You killed him with his own marble thing. Oh, God. While this is happening,
Alicent
and Otto are both trying to get their hands on Aegon first. The White Worm is oddly proficient in capturing white-haired boys. The season finale continues with Rhaenys announcing the death of King Viserys and the coup that has now started in King's Landing. This news puts Rhaenyra into a premature labour with a truly haunting scene. The birth is premature and the baby is stillborn. scaled and deformed. The same thing is mentioned of Daenerys' birth of season 1 of Game of Thrones.
I pulled him up myself. He was scaled like a lizard, blind, with leather wings like the wings of a bat.
I wonder if the Targaryen dragon blood has them develop as dragons before being fully formed. I don't know. Rambling aside, Daemon immediately prepares for war. It seems as though he's finally getting the conflict he always wanted. I've already broken my word on retelling the whole story, so I'll just sum up with this. There are so many dramatic moments in this last episode. The dragon glass table, the crowning of Rhaenyra, Daemon serenading a dragon in High Valyrian. But it all pales in comparison to Lucerys and Aemond at Storm's End.
Son of Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen.
I want you to put out your eye.
Give me your eye, or I will take it back. Not in my hall. The boy came as an envoy.
The two young men order and plead that their dragons serve them. Viserys' statement, the illusion of controlling the dragons, rings painfully true, as the Dance of Dragons begins not with Aemon wanting Lucerys dead. He only wants the boy's eye, his vengeance. It begins with the small dragon acting as any beast would, lashing out when cornered, and Vhagar responding in turn. I was stunned and in awe of this sequence. The rising tension, the relief when Lucerys was above the clouds, and the sudden ending, looking around the room asking, did that just happen? The show presents Daemon as the primary threat, the younger brother who covets the throne. And while he did want to remain heir and take what was his, he saw the rising threat of Otto Hightower and his ambition to put his blood on the throne, leading to the main threat in the later half of the series, the Greens. The reception to the show has overall been really positive. I did see one article saying House of the Dragon fumbles finale. Bitch, a dragon bit another dragon in half. Did we see the same show? You might have just found this video. Welcome. Or you're a returning subscriber. But you're here for my opinion, so I'll reiterate what I said in my first video because it's stayed true through the whole season. House of the Dragon is a return to form for Game of Thrones. Honestly, the only thing I disliked was another music choice. It was the Rhaenyra's theme with a little but a small nitpick. I'm really keen to see where season 2 goes, and I've really loved House of
You were warned. We wanted hate, vitriol. Really? Oh, song is all you could muster. They changed the beloved actors we had grown accustomed to. There is a fart sound effect in a serious scene. All you can say is, oh. Now, like Game of Thrones, we're ending you prematurely.
Damn. Came out real quick, bro. Damn. I'm about to quit. Really hard to get my phone out of my jeans. I know where you live. I'm about to find your ass, bro. I don't even eat Doritos anymore. And steal some shit. Yeah, you know, man. life comes at you